Today, we're going to be talking about the state of Rust. We're going to be talking about what's going on with the PlayStation patch, how this affects the Xbox patch, and some of the announcements that have been made by D11. Before we get into it, though, please hit the subscribe button if you're interested in hearing more about Rust for the console. Whether it's guides or just status updates as far as patches and everything like that goes, I've got you covered. Or at least, hopefully, I do. Anyways, let's get into it. So we're going to start by going over a statement that was made in Discord. This was made a couple days back. I made a video about PlayStation and how the patch was taking so long. About right as I made that video, literally right before it, this announcement came out, and it made me look like a little bit of an idiot. So I figure I'm going to read this out for everyone, because even though they posted it to their Discord, they didn't post it on Twitter, and they didn't sort of propagate it through the game, which would have been nice to see because not everybody's in their Discord. So this is the message. I'm going to just read it verbatim. Hey everyone, sorry if any updates related to fixes have been too infrequent, but some of the issues we are facing at the moment are impossible to predict. Now, more than ever, our focus is 100% on performance and stability, and we are pooling all our efforts and everyone we can to help stabilize the game as soon as possible. The team has been working as much as they can to get any progress possible in terms of fixes for Rust Console Edition. We are currently tracking to be able to push PlayStation Patch 1.03 live next week, and when it says live next week, this was like last weekend. Lately, we have experienced unpredictable inconsistencies between the live product and our internal testing server in terms of stability that should not be occurring. To combat this, we are adding an additional layer of test coverage to further ensure everything goes according to plan. This does sadly slow things down for the very short term, but hopefully you understand why we need to take these steps. In addition, we will now be avoiding Friday evening patch releases whenever that is within our control, so we can react fast long term. Be sure we have access to any available support we need from the platforms, and have even more available internal staff members just in case of unanticipated side effects with the update. Apologies once again if this was not the type of update you were looking for, but know that Double 11 is working on it, and we will make sure to improve your game experience. Have a great weekend, everyone. Like I said, this was done last weekend, so shout out to them for working weekends and putting this out then. I would have liked to see it out earlier, and since then there hasn't been a ton of communication, but I've done some digging through their Discord, and if you don't want to do it, here's sort of the summary of what I found. Big takeaway I found, and this is a little bit hard to understand because I really can't tell exactly when they're saying, but the PlayStation patch did fail certification. It's unclear if that failure happened with patch 1.03 or with a hotfix, but it seems like they are still hoping to get it out this week. But seeing as we're looking down the barrel of sort of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm thinking if we're lucky, we're going to get this patch Thursday. Maybe it's going to come out today, like at the release of this video, and make me look like an idiot. I'm always happy for that to happen, but it seems like there have been some delays, and Sony hasn't yet approved the current iteration of the hotfix or the patch that they've got out there. Overall, though, it seems like the patch is out there. It seems like they're fairly confident that this iteration of the patch will be successful. So hopefully this means that everything's going to be cleared up pretty soon, and the PlayStation is going to get basically the patch that the Xbox is sort of enjoying, and I say that in quotation marks, right now. In addition to that, they do have some patches planned for the Xbox and everything like that. So the way the bug fix cycle works for D11 is basically they'll take a couple bugs off the top bugs that are reported, and they'll try and fix those. So if you're having an issue that's occurring frequently, make sure you report that, because by reporting that issue, or if it automatically reports, I think some people maybe on the PlayStation have the option to report it. But basically by recording those issues, what's going to happen is D11 is going to see where they are in the queue. The more people that have the issue, the more likely they are to fix it. And they're going to just keep going down that list and fixing more and more of these issues. So what we should see is less and less crashes with each patch. I know previously crashes were introduced with patches, and that's something I've been extremely critical of them for. But it seems like they've got the right idea moving forward, and they're trying to take steps to make sure that the issues that happened previously aren't going to be happening again. One thing I still would like to see is a little bit more of a concentrated community communication effort. Right now, it seems like it's a lot of searching and digging through Discord, and it's very hard to figure out exactly what some of this stuff means. For instance, when they said the patch failed or something went wrong with the patch, I don't know if that's patch 1.03, which destroyed sort of the Xbox version of Rust for 4 days, so obviously something went wrong there, or if they're referring to the hotfix for the PlayStation. Seeing as that hotfix has now been sitting there for over 5 days, it's likely that at some point that hotfix was either updated or did fail. But that's all just sort of my likelihood, like my assumptions, right? So we can't take much from that because I'm a complete idiot sometimes. But yeah, overall, seems like they're going in the right direction. And they have said again, they've doubled down on the statement that they're not going to be focusing on skin stores or community servers or anything like that, or even updates or electricity or whatever, until they can get the stability issues fixed. And this is what I'd like to see. They've said that they're going to be sticking with the community. They've said they put so much time into this game, they'd hate to see it die now because of some bugs and stuff like that. And honestly, one thing I have to add, for what it is worth, looking at this game, I see a lot of bugs. I see a lot of sort of issues and things like that that are going to take weeks or maybe even a month or two to patch. But after that, the fundamentals are there for a really good gaming experience. And I believe that that's what we're going to get. If you're on the next-gen consoles, you're on that Xbox Series or that PlayStation 5, you're likely going to be getting this experience soon. Those of us on the Xbox One or PlayStation 4, we've just got to wait and see what happens. The good thing about this and the good thing about how these issues work is that as time goes on, more and more of us are going to get to upgrade. And that means that the experience is just going to get better and better for more and more of us because we're able to put the money down and get that better experience by paying for it. So I know for certain, like I'm trying to get the Xbox Series X. I do really want to get it because I know that's going to improve the quality of these videos that you are watching right now. And that's what I want for you, the viewer, to have. But the one thing I don't want to do is pay for scalpers or pay scalpers, because what that does is that takes away from your experience, because now it's harder for you to get the consoles. I could easily shell out $50, $100 and get that better experience, but I don't want to promote that sort of activity. I can understand like a kid scalping here and there, but from what I've seen, a lot of these people have huge operations where they're literally buying up tens or hundreds of consoles, and that is just a horrible thing to do when a lot of people are looking to get entertainment right now in the middle of sort of, or at the tail end of a pandemic, right? Like people are stuck inside, or, you know, maybe you're allergic to the sun, which it seems like a lot of gamers are, and you just, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.